hot flashes, mood swings, stubborn belly fat, it's not your fault. It's your hormones. On today's episode, we're going to talk about how hormones affect your ability to lose body fat and what you can do about it. It's going to be a good one. Grab your coffee and let's get into it.
Got my coffee.
You got coffee?
Well, pretty much done.
You just suck that down.
Suck that down. I got it like at 1:30.
Oh.
1 o'clock, actually.
What is it, an hour later?
Almost an hour and a half later.
I feel like you drink it fast, though.
Not like you sucking down Diet Cokes. Sorry.
I know.
You sucked it. Sheesh.
I guzzle my
Yeah,
my
you don't know how to
drink.
take a sip. You guzzle.
I don't. I guzzle drinks. I don't know.
You need to retrain yourself. Sip.
You look
Sip.
so annoying.
Not guzzle.
It's so funny because when we're sharing a drink, I feel your eyes burning through my forehead when I'm drinking it.
I bet you're one of those that kill like those super big girls from 7-Eleven.
Probably. I do. I drink. I guzzle. I do it with my water too. It came in handy when I was doing my colonoscopy because I guzzled that nasty stuff. I guzzled it.
Killed it, huh?
Fast.
To the neck.
Yeah, it was honestly awful. All right, you guys, thank you so much for tuning into another episode. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to be notified when we post new videos. Drop a comment. Let's chat in the comments and leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. If you listen to us instead of watching, make sure you have left us a review. We'd really appreciate that. Either Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Good Pods. We've been ranking over on Good Pods these days a lot, so that's good.
Let's go.
Let's go. So I have a little bit of I feel like it's the way I'm sitting in this chair. My neck is kind of.
Yeah, this chair's a little weird.
You don't like the chair?
Not like mine. No.
No?
I
think
they're not as
cute.
comfortable.
They're cute, though.
They're not the most comfortable, if I'm being honest.
They're aesthetic, though.
They're, me personally, I wouldn't. This color is dangerous. We're lucky. We're cautious of what we bring.
Well, I have this color in my office at home.
That chair is more comfortable, though.
That little chair is more comfortable than this one?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. So are mine that are here. You can't see them in the camera, but
The leather ones, but they're too masculine.
Yeah, but they're comfortable. We want our guests to be comfortable, right?
What guests? We don't have guests on this show.
Somebody does a podcast
Oh,
over
on
there.
that show, on that set.
Yeah.
No, for sure. But I feel like this is comfortable. I can get cozy, give me a blanket and give me my housewife show, flick on the TV. No problem.
It's all right.
Well, today I want to talk about, do you notice that when women, they'll say I hit menopause and I gained weight, or I'm unable to lose weight since menopause, or menopause is kicking my ass, I'm unable to lose weight.
Yeah.
And I know we've talked about this before, but I just really want to go over why is it that we feel that way, or what is it that causes us to feel that we cannot lose weight when we're in menopause. It's because, you know how I talk about how in order to lose weight and reach your physique goals, you have to be consistent with the basics, which is walking, strength training, nutrition goals, protein, sleep, hydration. Menopause comes along and it just bulldozes all of those habits.
Quick.
It
wrecks you guys.
It just bulldozes all of the things that are necessary in order to either maintain your current physique or reach fat loss goals. And it does it all at once. And so the impact is pretty quick.
It's I hate to say it, but it's unfair to you guys, to you ladies, what it does. Menopause. It ain't fair because you could be in the best shape of your life. You could be doing everything that you're supposed to do, and all of a sudden that ugly thing of menopause comes around and it just wrecks you guys.
Yeah, suddenly you're not sleeping well.
That's one of the biggest problems right there. Number one, it's not sleeping
You wake
well.
up a lot. You have a hard time staying asleep.
Hot
the
flashes.
quality of your sleep is not good.
Yep.
That in and of itself, by itself, if nothing else was impacted, is enough for you to start putting on weight pretty rapidly.
Yes.
Because you're going to move less. You're going to eat more. Your mood's going to be poor. when you move less, you eat more, and you have a poor mood, that is like the breeding ground for weight gain. You're not motivated when you have a poor mood and poor sleep and you're tired.
No, gym is not in the question.
No.
It's not in the sights.
So, and then factor in when those habits got bulldozed and you just let them go because of you're in survival mode, you start putting on weight because you're not doing those things. And then because of the hormone shifts during menopause, the weight goes like all in one place, and that's the belly. Right to the belly.
That's messed up.
Because fat distribution changes in menopause. So not only are you gaining weight and quickly and seemingly out of nowhere, it's concentrated to one area. So maybe what was 5 pounds maybe a year ago, it was evenly distributed throughout your whole body. So it doesn't even like impact anything. It doesn't change the way your clothes fits, nothing. But 5 pounds gained in menopause and all to your belly, suddenly you're spilling over your jeans. Your favorite jeans don't fit. And it just makes you feel even worse. And I don't know how you guys feel, but like when I started to feel that way, it's like you almost feel like you want to double down on that feeling. It's weird. Like you feel like, oh, I'm fat. Well, I'm just going to eat more then. You know, you get like almost like self-sabotage.
Well, you're looking for a dopamine dump. And where do people look for dopamine dumps? Is food, comfort. You already feel bad about yourself. You don't like what you see in the mirror. That scale's going up, and you're like, I did a post about not talking. Like, you throw your hands up in the air and say, fuck it. I quit. I'm done. I'm pissed. What is this, you know? Especially women who are newly coming into menopause don't understand what's going on in their hormones. Or even peri. I know you had a hard time perimenopause, which could be a mind F too, because you're not understanding what the hell's going on with your body.
Yeah, you don't know. And it's kind of like someone needs to tell you sometimes. Even though it's like all this information is out there and you'd think like, oh, surely people will know if they're in menopause or something. You actually don't know. Sometimes someone literally has to hit you over the head with it and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm experiencing perimenopause. I have poor sleep. I do have more anxiety. Like you have all these things that it's like hits you like a ton of bricks. And then you know, what you focus on improves. So if you don't ever realize even that there's something going on with you, but something is, and inadvertently it's leading to you walking less motivated, poor sleep, maybe drinking more because you feel anxious, or you're trying to drink to calm down, or it just leads to a slew of bad habits. So you don't even necessarily realize that what's happening. And then, so you're not working to fix any of it. You don't even realize it's happening until the jeans don't fit.
Yeah.
And then you're like, what is going on? Like you can't even make sense of it. But like in hindsight, because in hindsight, for me, when I look back in hindsight, I'm like, I see all this perimenopause I went through. But when I was going through it from like the age of 42 to 46, I didn't know I was in perimenopause. I never said the words, I'm in perimenopause, but I was 1000% experiencing perimenopausal symptoms. I remember I would get so jealous when someone would say they slept good. I'd be like, wow, like I'm a terrible sleeper. And I just thought I was a bad sleeper.
Yeah.
You know, so it's almost like someone needs to tell you so that you stop and think, I am a bad sleeper. Let me work on that. It's kind of like with clients, right? When you get with a client and you kind of tell them, tell me about your habits. Like, what's your work day like? Or da-da-da. And then they'll say it out loud. And as they're saying it, you can kind of hear them. They're like, oh, yeah, I do go kind of crazy on the weekends. Or that is where I'm overeating. Like, you have to hit people over the head with it sometimes.
Yeah.
They don't even realize it. That's how I feel like menopause and perimenopause is like that with women. It just sneaks up on them. And it's one day they'll have an epiphany, hopefully sooner than later, because then they can get in front of it or like stop the train. They have this epiphany, and then it's like suddenly everything makes sense. And it's really nice, though, because you feel validated when you have that epiphany. Like, I knew it wasn't going crazy.
I know, because I bet sometimes, especially with doctors, you try to tell them, and they still don't have no solution to the problem you're having, which is crazy. My sister just went through it real bad. For a long time, she was sleeping bad. Brain fog, tired. She thought she was going crazy, and finally figured out she was in menopause. Like, it took them that long. I could have told you were in menopause. I see what my wife went through.
Yeah. And she, you know, she started HRT, I think, so she feels much better.
Yeah.
But even
Way
if,
better.
say, obviously, listen, I'm a huge believer in HRT. So if that's an option for you or you're open to it, check out Transcend. That's who we work with. If you use our link, you get a discount
Yes.
on your first order. But that's a game changer in and of itself. But in addition to just taking HRT, you have to focus on your lifestyle modifications. You have to make sure that you are making an attempt to improve your sleep. Okay, that's got to be really important. You have to incorporate exercise into your diet. Into your lifestyle. You know what's so funny? Like someone will be more oh, I've been extra anxious. I've been just going out for drinks on a Friday night to take the load off. They'll try to use alcohol to help them with anxiety instead of going to the gym. When the gym, it will actually help you with anxiety.
Exactly. Alcohol would just raise your cortisol and cause you more anxiety.
Mm-hmm. They'll do things like that, but they won't do what actually is going to help.
Yeah, you're right. It's right in front of them too.
Yeah. So if you're trying to support your hormones naturally, eating a food that's right for you, a diet that's high in protein and fiber, balanced meals, very important. Walking after you eat your meals to help balance your blood sugar.
And insulin.
Making sure that you have healthy fats in your diet, like enough healthy fats. That's excellent for hormone balance. Strength training is going to be a natural testosterone booster.
Facts.
So there are things within your control, even if you don't decide to take HRT, that are going to dramatically improve your ability to maintain your weight, focus on weight loss goals, just your mood and just your overall well-being. But you have to be willing to do that. I think it's important to...
It's like it's like almost... we talked about it earlier, but it's almost like a recomp, but a different type of recomp. Like you're recalibrating your body.
Yeah.
Because it's all thrown off. Menopause comes and it throws, let's just say when your engine, your spark plug's fouling up and your shit's like clunk, 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 backfire, clunk, and that's what your body's doing. It's like, hold up, it's throwing me all off. I got to recalibrate it.
You do, and you have to focus on it.
Got to get my hormones back.
Let me tell you what's not going to fix it. Not doing anything about it.
Nothing changes if nothing changes.
I feel like so many people...
They think it's going to fix
will
itself.
just hang their hat on the menopause coat rack. And they're just like, oh, menopause kicked my ass.
And just stay there.
And they just stay there.
They're like stuck.
Like you got a lot of life left. You're willing to just roll over and die because menopause kicked your ass for a few years?
And it's sad because if women understand that, hey, it's me going through some hormonal stuff, it's not my husband's fault, but I'm constantly fighting and angry at the kids and all that. You start changing to a different person, and you got to get ahead of that because that could lead, and we know this. We talked about this. Women from the ages of 46 to 49, that's when divorce rate is the highest.
Yeah, it is.
70% of women file for divorce.
There's no coincidence in that.
No. Listen, the numbers don't lie, baby.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
Those are real stats.
Because when your progesterone is low, your ability to handle stress is shot. Every little thing irritates you, right? Every
What'd
little
you say?
thing.
My chewing, my anything, swallowing, moving a certain way.
Hello, it's PMS. That's why, you know how people talk about women are so grumpy during PMS? They're the worst.
Yeah.
That's the dip in progesterone.
It's kind of funny to us, man.
Yeah.
It's not funny, but it is funny. Like, here we go. Man, here we go again.
Yeah.
She's on her rag. That's what guys say.
Oh my God, remember that terminology on the rag?
Yes. Guys would throw that out like, ugh, she's on her rag again.
Oh my God, I have not heard that in forever.
Yeah.
Aunt Flo.
Huh?
Aunt Flo.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Aunt Flo?
Rag. Rag was the old one I knew about. And guys would just hate it. They're like, man, she's acting up again. She's on her rag.
Yeah, I
and
remember.
We didn't understand what you guys are going through. But now, what you've told me, what you guys are going through, it's tough, man. It's we can't empathize because we don't feel that.
Do you ever feel though, you know how you know what I'm talking about because you get like this sometimes if you've had a bad night's sleep or for whatever reason you're just in a really bad mood and you're in a really bad mood and you're being unreasonable, but you just are and nothing else matters in that moment.
Yeah.
That's what menopause feels like.
I don't want to lose an argument or anything. I don't want to hear nothing.
Yeah. Even though you're like, dang, I'm really unreasonably grumpy right now, but I don't care because I'm grumpy, so I'm just going to fight the fight.
Yeah.
You get like that sometimes.
I'm sure I do. We go through our own menopause as well. Our hormones dip as well. Men do.
Yeah.
Ours is with testosterone. It's not. I don't think it's as bad as you guys, though.
No, because ours is a lot of hormones all at once.
Yes.
Testosterone, estrogen,
Yeah.
progesterone. And men don't, like, we just like bottom out, you
You
know?
guys do. We
But-
can still power through.
Yeah.
Because I was able to, well, you taught me macros and I went all in, my extreme self. I got super, like almost too small. I got super ripped, like 165 pounds ripped. I went hard.
Yeah.
And I did it on without TRT.
I know.
I did on low T just because
Yeah.
the willpower of mine is strong. My mind is the resilience.
Yeah, well, I did do an experiment though when I realized I was in menopause and I finally stepped on the scale, realized I had put on some weight. I was going to start HRT, but I went into a calorie deficit to try to lose the weight on my own before I started HRT because I wanted to see if I could still establish a calorie deficit in menopause, and I actually lost all that weight before I even started HRT. So I started HRT at 120 pounds already. So HRT didn't help me lose weight. I was able to lose it without. It was harder for sure.
I remember you said you were struggling.
I was hungry.
Yeah.
My appetite, because my cortisol was raised, I had cravings, I was not sleeping good. So it made being in a caloric deficit is just awful. It was very, very hard. But I did it.
That's why on this cut of yours, way easier if you look back at like what you went through in the past.
Oh my God.
Like you were able to cut the weight white knuckling. You were
My
dragging.
calories to cut
And it's
for menopause, I put myself on 1,400.
Oh my gosh, nothing.
1,400
That's
calories.
2 meals. That's 2 700-calorie meals.
And that's what I had to eat in order to get the weight off. I lost 12 pounds or something like that. And then maintenance was around 1,800. And it's like, that's not enough for me. I'm someone who has a very big appetite. I love food, and it's just not enough for me. And that's why I went into my whole process to build and then cut, is because I wanted to put on more lean muscle, have more lean muscle on board, but I also wanted to get my caloric threshold higher and have my metabolism kind of rise to the occasion. Because I knew that when I landed in maintenance, I didn't want 1,800 calorie maintenance. I want like 2,000 calorie, 2,200 calorie maintenance. So,
Well, it's a game changer, okay? We can go out, maintenance, eat almost anywhere. There's nothing you can't eat. There's nothing restricted. So long as you hit your protein goal,
Yeah.
we can almost eat out anywhere.
yeah, we're actually going to get into that on the next episode. So make sure you guys tune into that. But busy women, this one's for you. My Thrive in 3 program was designed specifically for women in midlife who want to build muscle, stay strong, and feel amazing. You don't have to spend hours in the gym. You'll get a simple, effective 3-day strength training split with both home and gym options, so you can fit it into your lifestyle no matter what. The workouts are only 30 minutes, and they're powerful. Powerful enough to help you see real results in strength, muscle tone, and confidence. If you're ready for as easy-to-follow workouts that keep you thriving in midlife, the Thrive in 3 program is waiting for you. In terms of, I want you to get from this episode at least that even if you are in menopause and maybe you're not a candidate for HRT, it doesn't prevent fat loss. It doesn't prevent it. Does it make it harder because all of those anchor habits that you need to do consistently in order to reach fat loss goals are like feel impossible? Yeah, that's what makes it harder. But you still can do it. But you have to make an effort and really focus. You know, if you don't focus on something, it's not going to get better. If your sleep sucks and all you do every day is just complain that your sleep sucks, but you don't do anything about it. In fact, you do things that make it even worse, like live off of caffeine and drink alcohol. You're not really wanting to fix the problem. You just want to complain about the problem.
Yeah. A lot of people do that. They don't want to fix it. They want to complain.
They just want to complain.
And they want to shoulder the crown.
Yeah.
And they complain about the same thing over and over and over. And it's like,
Over and
wait a
over.
minute. What have you done to fix it? Why are you still
Yeah.
complaining? You haven't done nothing.
Yeah.
It's like you it's almost like the same people who want to be rewarded for the work they didn't do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. You didn't lose weight? No. Well, did you go to the gym X amount of times? Did you get your steps in? Did you track your macros? Not really. Hello? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody wants to be rewarded for the work they didn't do. Well, same thing with this. You have to take steps in order to make it better. It's not going to get better on its own.
Sometimes it's hard for me because I mean, I've been doing this for such a long time, and I know that like once I make up my mind, regardless if something's hard, like it was hard. I was in menopause that year that my mom had died that year, the few months before, and it was
Yep.
hard. Life was hard at the moment for me, but I did it anyway because I've built that I don't know, that mindset to where when I set my mind on something, I do it anyway. I do it ugly, I do it hard, I do it sad, I do it mad, but I do it anyway.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard for me to put myself in someone else's shoes. Like you say you want something and you say that you're willing to work for it and you're going to do it and you're doing, you've invested in a coach or you're doing all the things, but yet what are you thinking? What's going through your mind that moment that you decide to just throw everything away? Like that you're like, you know what? I'm just going to order DoorDash. I'm going to eat these big bag of potato chips. I'm going to crash out on some Oreos. What's going through your mind in that moment that allows you to give in completely and just do that time and time again? Like what is it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I haven't done. I mean, I'm not trying to toot my own horn. It's been a long time since I've allowed myself to give in to the thoughts that creep in, saying, "Oh well, just give up." The thoughts still come, but I've never take the action to just like let it go.
And you could use the excuse, and so could I. We both could. Is, oh well, she loves me for me. I love her for her. You've never ragged on me when I was overweight, and I'm just. Why do I care, or why do you care? You know, I love you for you, but you do care.
No, I get it, but I'm asking you a question. So if you've done it more, not that it's been recent, but like say, you know how like you were more likely to randomly be on a program or a cut or whatever, but you just go, F it, I'm going to go through the drive-through and you be rebellious. Like what goes through your head when you're doing that thing that you know is like sabotaging your week or your day or your goals? What goes through your head in the moment that you go to the drive-through? What's the thought process?
So the last time I did that, and you caught me. You didn't catch me. You saw after the fact. And I logged it and everything because I wanted to be accountable.
You were so mad at me.
Because I went to Jack in the Box.
Yeah, but what went through your head?
I think I was extra hungry. I think my emotions. So I'm an emotional eater. And yes, men can be emotional eaters too. It's not just women. And I don't know why my emotions were running high at that time, at that moment. And that's a rebellious side of me. I've always had that rebellious, like, part sabotage, part rebellious, whatever you want to call it. And I said, fuck it, I'm just going to give in to this and just have this and not think nothing about it and not feel guilty.
I remember now because the reason I looked is because you were saying to me, I think I'm not eating enough. I think I need to eat more calories or whatever. And so I decided to look at your food logs and I'm like, you're eating a lot. That was also when I discovered that you had an addiction to the Bear Bells. There were some days you had like 4 Bear Bells
4?
logged. Yeah, like there was a lot.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, you had like an addiction
Maybe
to
3.
You had an addiction to the Bear Bells. Can you imagine? Are you eating a lot of Bear Bells again, by the way?
No.
Oh.
Relax.
You seem to be going fast.
1 or 2 a day. Well, I cut back to 1. But that's not what we're talking about. You're trying to oust me. You don't want me to oust you.
Bear Bells addiction. But anywaes, but
I
you
have other
and then you
addictions too.
I know, but then you filled in that you went to Jack in the Box. You had like a ton of calories, but when I mentioned it, you got like all defensive about it.
Because I was guilty. That's what defensive people do. They get guilty. That's what guilty people do. They get defensive.
It's so true.
We get mad.
True.
People, and here, that's a perfect example. People do not like being called out and held accountable. But I know I needed to be held accountable. I know what I did. I know. And I haven't done that ever since. It's been how many years now?
That was a few years ago.
Yeah, I haven't done that. I get urges once in a while, but lately, no, none. But I used to get urges once in a while, and I just wouldn't give in to them. To just say, F it, go through drive-through. But I'm like, I always think about something you said, like, you do 10, 15 minutes of indulging is for what?
Yeah. It's not that. Like, think of something else that'll be enjoyable for
Plan
like
it.
10 or 15 minutes.
Yeah, rather plan it. Plan our meal. If we're going to do what we're going to do, it's planned, not just random.
Yeah, like we're going to go to that restaurant, truly.
Yes.
I'm excited about
And have
that.
some pizza.
And I'm going to eat whatever it is that looks good on the menu.
Yes.
It is what it is. That's a special time. We made
That's it.
reservations. It's in Laguna Niguel. And
No, it's not. It's in Dana Point.
Oh, Dana Point. Sorry.
It's okay.
Dana Point.
Correction.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay? You forgive me?
I'll forgive you. It's a beautiful day in the Point, by the way. If you guys never been, you must visit that town. It's beautiful.
This place is really looks
going
really
back
cool.
to that. So that's the only thing I can remember that was in my mind for whatever reason. And I've done it throughout the relationship a few times. You caught me sneaking out in the middle of the night
to get donuts.
And I was kind of mad that you woke up to see me creeping in the house with donuts. I don't know. I used to get crazy urges at night.
There was a few times, and there's been some times that I didn't mention, but there was some times where I would wake up in the middle of the night, late night, and I could hear you eating.
Eating.
The look on your face, I'm dying. Not in the new house yet. In the old house,
Azul.
I would wake up, not in the Azul, our old house, the one we just moved from.
Well, I don't know. That's another old house too.
Okay, I would wake up in the middle of the night and I would hear you eating in the middle of the night. And then so in the morning, I would check the garbage on my way out to Orange Theory. I would look in the garbage. I'm like, yep, he had a good old night last night.
What did I eat?
Just different things, McDonald's or, yeah.
And that stems from my youth.
But I did not call you out. What I'm saying is I didn't call you out every time I've noticed, but there's been times.
Yeah. And that's part of my addiction. Because I used to do that when I was a young dude.
Oh, did you?
In my 20s in San Francisco. Hell yeah. The only thing was open late and I was Jack in the Box or get a burrito.
I feel like when I go to bed, like Mike's devil horns come out. If he's going to do something bad, it's going to be after I go to bed. You're going to kill a bag of chips. You're going to something is going to happen after I go to sleep. And you've told me that before. Like, man, I'm just going to go to sleep when you go to sleep.
Yeah, the horns come out.
Nothing good happens after. You know how the parents used to say nothing good happens when the sun goes down or whatever when you're a kid? Nothing good happens after Janine goes to bed.
But no, this is true for everybody. People at nighttime have these crazy ass urges and they go buck wild.
Yeah, it's like they can stay
don't care.
strict all day and then they lose their shit at night.
At nighttime, they lose their shit.
Just put yourself to bed.
I think that's what most of the weight gain happens at nighttime.
Yeah. All right, you guys. On the next episode, we're going to talk about life after the cut. How to actually maintain your results. It's going to be a good one. We'll see you then.
See you.